Why is the neighbor's child earning good marks? But your children are only good at sports and drawing. How does the clairvoyant predict the future? Even without having no factual details, it's all in their mind. And astrology is the study of the mind, both conscious and subconscious mind. Actually, all planets, including ascendants, tells you about your mind and their relationship to houses and ownership of houses. Then what is subconscious mind in astrology? Check for the planet Moon and the Lord of the 6th, 8th, 12th house and the houses 4th, 6th, 8th, 12th. That will tell you about your subconscious mind. Moon stands for feelings, emotions, and emotional quotient. That is, that is what is moon in astrology. You know what is your EQ? Your EQ will stand you at a higher place in terms of success, money, wealth, power than your IQ. So that's why it's so important in Vedic astrology that the full horoscope and even the transits are considered in Vedic astrology from moon after the ascendant. That is, moon is the new ascendant as it denotes mind and all cycles of life, that is called dasas in Jyotisha, are calculated from the position of moon's nakshatra in the birth chart. So if a person's moon is debilitated, badly aspected, or conjunct with malefics like Saturn, or malefic occupying the moon house, that is Cancer, and there is no benefic aspect to moon from any planet which is benefic in lordship or by nature, then the development of that person's mind is retarded. The native is weak in imagination and often preoccupied with bad feelings and negativity and the feelings of past. You know, many great geniuses like Einstein, poet and sportsman have strong moon in their birth chart. Fourth house is your initial grooming of mind, your childhood experiences, the past and family psychology. The fourth house, like Cancer and the moon, governs the past, including whatever positive benefits or difficult issues the past has given us. This also relates to the pattern we inherit through our family's psychological inheritance. The other water houses, the 8th and the 12th, also relates to psychological family inheritance. The 12th house is the field of the subconscious mind, of problems stemming from unseen causes and limitations. This area relates to behind the scene maneuvering, emotional problems, secret deceptions, and problem areas to overcome. This is the house that gets away from the mainstream of life and allows the souls to step back and take a look at the world. So, have you seen any of your relatives with moon in the 12th house? You may have observed that either they are away from their mother or they are always attached to their past, to their emotions, to all the past emotions. They can't overlook the past emotions because moon, that is the subconscious mind, is in a subconscious house, and 12th house is also the house of past. Sixth house, which represents our conscious mind, keeps on doing the routine work. It represents our unconscious mind. Sixth house, why it is unconscious mind? Because it keep on doing the routine work without the conscious mind even realizing it. So it is our daily life. We know what we do in our daily day life. That is the sixth house. That's why it is the unconscious mind. Eighth house is your subconscious mind and the house of psychology, investigations, fears, phobias, trauma, our inner working, nature versus nurture, our upbringing and how it affects our psychology. So it is mainly the house of psychology and the subconscious mind. Mental illness, if it is afflicted, handling the self esteem and the intense emotions of others and self. So, eighth house is the house of subconscious mind along with the 12th house, which is also a house of discovery. First house is conscious and alert mind. Second house is both conscious and subconscious mind, because as monetary house it is conscious mind, and as a family inheritance and habitual house it has the element of subconscious mind similar to that of the 12th house. Third house is the conscious and alert like first house with valor, courage and determination. Fifth house is the house of intellect and both strong conscious and subconscious mind like the ninth house, which is the mind with higher level of purity and spirituality. Seventh and the 11th houses are the worldly houses of relationship and gains, so it is totally a conscious mind. Sun is a strong conscious mind, that is our ego. Mercury is the divine angel between the earth and heaven, so strong analytical conscious mind. Saturn is the most conscious mind and represents first principle of life, hence the most intelligent planet. It also represents subconscious mind as it is significator of the 6th, 8th and the 12th house. Jupiter is the divine planet, so spiritual and both conscious and subconscious mind. So what happens when a strong conscious planet like Sun or Mercury is in subconscious houses like 8th and the 12th house? The answer is simple. People who work behind scenes like detectives, clairvoyants, sex workers, magicians. I have observed several interesting things about people with the sun in the 8th house. In one sense, we might interpret this placement as the statement that individual needs to make a relationship with the hidden world, the unconscious, in order to fulfill himself or herself, the destiny or purpose of life, which I think is very bound up with the sun's house placement. Here lies in bringing light to the dark world of other within himself. Now, the strength of the third, sixth, and eighth house should be strong even for good people in order to give them courage, valor. Valor that is the domain of the third house. Prowess of competitiveness to subdue the adverse circumstances, that is the domain of the sixth and the eighth house. But when the houses get stronger than the lords of the ascendant and the 10th house of karma, a person arises who becomes bigger than the society and people and common belief. Such is the power of the subconscious mind. Strong subconscious houses, such as the 6th, 8th, and the 12th and the 4th house, that are not afflicted and having good relationship with benefic houses and lords, then even if the 10th house that is the strongest house in horoscope is weaker than these houses and the lords, then the native becomes higher than the authority, power and society and becomes the seat of power himself. In such cases, a strong subconscious mind overpowers the conscious mind in the world where conscious mind rules the subconscious mind. There are many examples, like the legend Dhirubhai Ambani, having the story of rags to riches. He has strong subconscious mind with moon conjunct sun and strong will determination with Mars aspecting Rahu in the third house of valor and courage from the ninth house of the highest mind and the ascendant divine planet Jupiter in strongest house of any horoscope, that is the 10th house, aspecting the judicious and earthly Saturn in Capricorn in second house of wealth. I will cover some celebrity horoscopes in my other videos. So stay tuned to me and subscribe me for even more.